Welcome back to Nell's Kitchen. Today I'm going to be making a entree for you, but it is going to be a breakfast bake, and I call it the Elvis breakfast bake. All you're going to need is a couple of tubes of cinnamon rolls with icing. These ones happen to have cream cheese icing. And you're just going to pop them out, save your icing for later. And this is actually a great recipe that the kids can help you with because they can help with cutting up the cinnamon rolls. There's going to be banana in it, and they can cut up the banana without even using a sharp knife. So I'm just going to cut the cinnamon rolls into quarters. An important tip for this is don't take the cinnamon rolls out of the refrigerator until you are ready to work with them, because you want them to stay cold because they're easier to cut. Otherwise they get a little bit gooey, and then they're a lot harder to cut. We're just going to toss those in our pan, and I've already done half the recipe in the pan here, so I'm just completing the other half. Pop these in there, and just that. You can use any type of cinnamon rolls. You don't even have to use the cream cheese icing. You could also use the orange rolls in here if you wanted to. Those would be good as well. Okay. Now I'm just going to slice my banana. You want to slice it fairly thick into little rounds. Make sure you get all the stringies off here. And like I said, this is something that the kids can help you with. So you can just use a butter knife to cut these banana slices. I'd say about a 1/2 inch thick. So you don't want them too thin, or they'll just kind of disintegrate into your dish. I'm just going to sprinkle those on. Then I'm going to make my sauce. Now, in my food processor here, I already have a 1/2 cup of peanut butter. And I'm going to add to that, I'm going to add 6 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese. A 1/4 cup of maple syrup. And again, you want to use real maple syrup, not the maple flavored syrup. Okay, now I'm just going to pop my lid on and get her combined. Okay, that looks great. Just going to pour this on top of my cinnamon rolls and bananas in the pan, and then I'm going to put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 30 minutes. Okay, I've pulled my Elvis breakfast bake out of the oven, and you just want to make sure that it's nice and firm in the center so that the center is done. It's about 30 minutes. And then I'm just going to take the cream cheese frosting that I have, and I'm just going to go ahead and drizzle it over my bake. Now, since I've been doing this Philadelphia cream cheese contest, I've learned some pretty interesting things about cream cheese. Did you know that the first U.S.-made cream cheese was made in 1872 in New York, but then in 1880 they went ahead and renamed it, the brand name, they renamed it Philadelphia cream cheese, because at the time Philadelphia was considered the home of all the best food in the country. I thought that was pretty cool. So, there's one. And if you don't want to drizzle, you can definitely just go ahead and spread it over. And we'll do the second one. You could put it in a little plastic bag if you wanted it to be like super neat drizzling, and just cut a hole in the edge of the bag and drizzle it that way, but I'm just going to make it kind of rustic looking here. And I'm going to just go ahead and dish her up. It's excellent in the morning with a good cup of coffee. Or tea. Tea is good too. Here. It's got those, smell the cinnamon, it's got the bananas in there, and that cream cheese. Smells fantastic. And there it is.